Hey everyone, welcome to EveKit. This is a short video to go over some of the features of EveKit, and we're going to do three things here. We're going to show you how to get an account set up so that EveKit will start downloading your data for you. We're going to show you how to create an access key so that you can get access to your data, and then we're going to show how you can browse your data online. There's a slightly more advanced video on our site that shows how to create a client if you want to use the REST API and not have to go to the site every time. So look on our blog for that video. Okay, so to get started in EveKit, I'm on the main page here. The first thing you need to do is log in. There are three ways you can log into EveKit. EveKit doesn't maintain any credentials, so all of these login methods use OAuth. So we'll go ahead and use Google to log in today. And then on the top here, you'll see there's four main menus. The first thing you need to do to get things going is to create a sync account. So we'll go under the sync account menu and create a new account. You need to give your account a name. So we'll just call this one demo account. Then you need to decide whether it's going to be a character or corporation account. So we'll do a character account today. And then you need to put in your Eve Online XML API credentials so that you can choose a character. So I'll go ahead and do that. And then once you've done that, you need to refresh the character list, which will download the characters available for this key, and then select which character you want to use. And then the last thing you need to do is decide whether you want to have EveKit automatically download your data for you whenever it's possible to do so, or whether you want to do that yourself. So for this video, I'm going to make this an auto-synchronized account and let EveKit download the data as needed. Then once you're done, you save your changes, and now you have a demo account. So on the account list here, you'll see the credentials that you entered before, and that EveKit will be downloading this data for you. And then it just shows you a few other things about the account. Then it finally shows you that it's never synchronized to this account. So normally EveKit will take a few minutes to pick up the new account and start the synchronization. If you want to hurry things along a little faster, you can click the Sync Now button. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then in a few minutes, EveKit will pick up the account and start synchronizing. If we didn't have this as an auto-synchronized account, then the only way you could sync is to click the Sync Now button. And so we'll just wait here a few minutes and give it a chance to sync. And you can use the refresh button up here to check to see if it's had a chance to sync yet. Okay, so as you can see, our account has finished synchronizing. That shows a last synchronization time of just a few minutes ago. And now we can start looking at the data for our account, but just quickly to go over some of the other features on this page. So sync history will show you all the synchronization attempts that EveKit made on your account. So if we click that now, we'll see just the attempt that was just made. And it shows that we successfully downloaded all the information that was available on this key. The only one that didn't work was Faction Warfare, and that's because this character isn't enlisted, so that's okay. We already covered the Sync Now button. If you want to download a snapshot of your data, the latest snapshot of your data in bulk form, you can click this button. It won't be ready right now because we just created this account, and it can take as long as 24 hours for a snapshot to be generated. But if we check tomorrow, we would have a snapshot here and ready to go, and so you can download that. It's a zip file full of CSVs, one for each of the areas that it downloaded for your account. Access keys is what we're going to go to next to access our data. And then modify lets you modify the key or the verification code if those change. And finally, you can delete. I'll show you delete real quick. So it doesn't actually delete anything. You have to verify, of course. But what it actually does is marks your account for delete, and it gives you about 24 hours to change your mind. And then after that, it's automatically deleted. While it's in the deleted state, it will stop synchronizing, but it will let you download a snapshot. But since we don't want to delete this account, we'll just go ahead and restore it, and we're back to normal. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is create an access key so that we can look at our data. There's two ways to get to the access keys page. You can click on this button right here on the account. Or you can go up to the menu up here, and it'll show you, it'll give you a menu option to get to your keys for your account. So let's go there, and you can see that we have no access keys yet. So let's go ahead and create one. And again, we have to give it a name, so we'll call this demo key. Then after you name the key, there are two date values you can specify if you like. The first is an expiry date for this key. So similar to the EVE Online XML APIs, you can make EveKit data access keys expire. So we won't do that for now. And the other interesting thing you can do is you can limit how far back in the past in your data somebody can look. So if you set a limit here, that will limit how far back data is viewable for whoever you give this key to. Then the next thing you do is you need to choose a mask, which is essentially what data is available to the users of this key. So by default, nothing's allowed. If you just want to do this quickly, which we'll do for now, you can click the Move All to Allowed button, and that will make all of the data for this account available to whoever has this key. So once you're happy with that, you just save the changes, and there you go. And now we have a key. So the way this works is similar to the EVE Online XML API. To access data through the REST API, you need to provide the access key ID and the credential, which is this big long string here. So if you give the key out, those are the things you'll need to give out. Okay, so for the last part of this demo video today, I'm going to show you how to view your data on the site so that you don't have to put in the access key ID and credential. There's two ways that you can get to the data browser. The first is through the API menu here. So if you go up there and you select Model API, that will take you to a Swagger page that has the complete data API. But what this doesn't do is it doesn't populate any credentials in. So if you go and select, let's say, balance, for example, the access key and credential fields are missing here. And so that can be kind of inconvenient if you're just browsing around. So to make it a little bit easier, what you can do is if you go back to the access keys for your account and you click on the Explore button, it'll take you to the same view, but this time it pre-populates your credentials into all of the fields where it's required in the Swagger UI. And it tells you up here, okay, we've populated everything using this key name from this account. So now if you go into balance again, you'll see that the access key and access credential have already been populated. Now there are a bunch of other fields in the Swagger UI, the REST API. I'm not going to talk about those in this video, but if you go on the GitHub site, there's a pretty decent documentation that talks about all of these fields and how to set them and change things and so on. But for this video, I'm just going to show you how the UI works. So go ahead and click that, and we get a pretty immediate response, which shows that this guy's not doing too bad. He's got a couple billion. Okay, so that's a quick demo of getting set up in EveKit. We covered creating an account, creating an access key, and browsing your data. As I said at the beginning of the video, there is a slightly more advanced video on the blog that goes over how to create a client for the REST API. So if you want to embed this in your own applications or something else, go ahead and watch that video, and thanks for watching.